Donald Trump has made his triumphant return to the White House, meeting with Joe Biden, shaking hands. Welcome back, they say. Of course, Trump was there to meet his biggest supporter, Joe Biden himself. I'm kidding. But everybody thinks that Joe Biden voted for Donald Trump. Jill Biden showed up to her polling location wearing all red with a smile on her face. I think the Bidens were really salty about being knocked out. So they're probably going to be supporting Donald Trump. But we'll see. They're smiling. They're shaking hands. And it feels good. It really does. I'm not a fan of the Bidens. I don't trust the Bidens. I think everybody in the White House, you can criticize everybody because nobody's perfect. But I am glad to see Donald Trump is finally coming back in. And in other news, Rick Scott loses. Senate Majority Lead will go to Senator Thune. Is that how you pronounce his name? And everybody's pissed. They're basically saying the deep state is going to obstruct Donald Trump. He is not going to be able to get done the Trump agenda because the Senate is going to block him in every way. Well, it's sad news, my friends. I don't know if I care all that much because I don't think any of the people running were particularly good. You want to talk about who should be the leadership? Rand Paul. Sure, that's never going to happen. But I'll tell you, back in 2016, Donald Trump wins. He gets the House, he gets the Senate, and everybody said, this is it, Democrats are done. Hillary Clinton was deeply unpopular, and it wasn't so much the case. The neocons, the rhinos, as people like to call them, in the machine, agreed with this Russia collusion investigation against Donald Trump. They worked together to obstruct Donald Trump. So now, I don't know if I could expect any more than this. I think it'll be better because Trump has pushed back substantially, but we'll see. Let's start with this. Thune wins secret ballot to become new Senate GOP leader, succeeding McConnell. The new leader will succeed McConnell, the longest serving party leader the longest serving party leader in the Senate. They say. So right now, as I'm recording this, we're awaiting remarks from the Republicans. Senate Minority Whip John Thune will be the new Republican Senate leader and the majority leader for the upper chamber of Congress. In January, he will succeed Mitch McConnell. Sources told Fox News that no candidate reached the majority during the first secret ballot. In the old Senate chamber, Senator Rick Scott received the least amount of votes and was knocked out of the race. The second secret ballot was between only Thune and Cornyn. Thune received 29 to Cornyn's 24 on the second ballot, according to Thune's office. I just want to say, the people have spoken. And over on X, Elon Musk ran a poll. Who should be the Senate Majority Leader? With 1,088,222 votes, Scott got 66%. Now, I'm not convinced he's the right choice. I'm not convinced any are the right choice because if it were up to me, I'd say Rand Paul. Okay, but fine. The people wanted Rick Scott. So the Republicans, I was going to almost call them Democrats, decided to hold a secret ballot. Yep. That way, nobody would be able to hold it against them when they violated the will of the people. Ted Cruz, a handful of others, I think Marsha Blackburn, said that they would be endorsing Rick Scott. But because it's a secret ballot, we don't know how many of them actually told the truth. I think it's fair to say a lot of them probably did. But most of the senators they don't care. They do not want a Trump agenda. The Hodge twins tweeted, "We need names. Then we need people ready to step up and run against these clowns in every state. We can raise all kinds of money for patriots who aren't deep state rhinos." Okay, let's try this. Let's look up, I'm going to pull up 270 to win. And we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at the Senate over at 270 win. And let's see what we got. So West Virginia, Justice won, so we got a senator there. That's good. But I am not going to forget, my friends, that we still have Shelley Moore Capito, who is, let me pull up Ballotpedia. I'm not going to forget when she backed red flag laws. And I will, we're going to make sure that we primary these people. They cannot be allowed to remain in office. Shelley Moore Capito. I believe she is the aunt of Riley Moore. And Riley I like. Riley's great. He's a good friend. But, and I criticize Shelley to him. And it's tough. I mean, it's family. I don't want to be a dick. But she is, I believe she's up in 2026? When's the 2026? At this time, Ballotpedia, let's see, the United States Senate election. So she's going to be up November 3rd, 2026. And they say that do they actually already have people running? Derek Evans, Alexander Gasserod. I am going to make sure that my full weight is against Shelley Moore Capito, because I will not forget when she backed red flag laws and then lied about it. Not interested. So let's take a look over at the old Senate interactive map and see where we are. This was 2024. They don't want to call PA just yet, but come on. PA has been called. I say, unless they publicly endorsed that they were voting for Rick Scott, we primary all of them. So I agree with Hodgkins. Now, I want to preface this by saying, I don't know that I care, about whether one rhino or another is going to be the one leading the charge. If it were up to me, it'd be Rand Paul, like I said 3 times now. But if most of the people who are leading the charge to get Trump elected and help these Republicans win have now defied what the people have been asking for, okay. Well, let's make sure in South Dakota, where Thune is, I don't believe he's up until 2028, and that's probably why they did it. But I just think we're going to go ahead and make sure that in the midterms, anybody who is up for re-election who did not publicly endorse what the people were asking for will be primaried. Maybe they'll win, but I'm fairly confident we can primary them and knock them out of these races. This is the podcast presidency. And more the shows that we host here, that you watch, have the influence to make a difference. So if they want to play these games secret ballot, then we will make sure you lose. And you lose it all. If they wanted to say, look, here's the real reason why we're doing this, blah, 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 fine. Then hold not a secret ballot, an open ballot, and let us know who you're voting for. The reason they're not doing it is because they're cowards and they're terrified that they will get primaried. So I say this, we primary all of you. Every single one. Oh, the ones that endorsed Rick Scott, okay, fine, I guess. We don't know who they actually voted for, but fine. At least they said it publicly. They want to keep a secret ballot. I say everyone's got to go. Every single one. We'll see, though. And I will stress this. I don't think any of them were good. But going back to Donald Trump meeting with Joe Biden, this one warms my heart. Donald Trump thanked Biden for ensuring a smooth transition, said politics is tough. Biden congratulated the president-elect and said, welcome back. Trump wore a red tie. How beautiful. Quote, well, Mr. President-elect Donald, congratulations. I look forward to having a smooth transition. Politics is tough. In many cases, it's not a nice world, but it was a nice world today. Trump said of the process, it will be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe. Melania Trump was not there. Jill Biden did join Joe in greeting Trump upon his arrival. She gave the president-elect a handwritten letter of congratulations for Melania, which also expressed her team's readiness to assist with the transition, the East Wing said. Look at this beautiful photo. That guy, Joe Biden, is glowing. He is so happy. Well, good for you, Joe, I guess. Good for you. Look at that handshake. I think Joe Biden was sabotaging Kamala. I think he's saying to these Democrats, you know what? You kicked me out. So be it. You don't get me. They say no Trump staff or allies were seen in the Oval Office. Tesla CEO Elon Musk and others staffers accompanied Trump to D.C. and to his early meetings in the Capitol. For Trump, who has been busy this week naming top cabinet and West Wing picks, it was a grand return to the place from which he was vanquished 4 years ago. Ahead of his meeting with Biden, Trump addressed House Republicans on Capitol Hill. He flew to D.C. from Palm Beach, landing at Andrews Air Force Base. Isn't it nice to win? He told his party members to great applause. It's nice to win. Trump also hinted he'd be available for a third term, saying, I suspect I won't be running again unless you say he's so good we got to figure something else out. We got to figure something else out, he said. Everyone laughed, and Democrats are going to take that, and they're going to start bashing their faces on the table, screaming, being like, Trump's going to be president for life. Trump endorsed Mike Johnson. I just want to thank everybody, he said. You've been incredible. We worked a lot with you. So, okay. He said we created 16 million new jobs, brand new jobs since it took office, the most in any single presidential term. Not on my watch. My administration buys American, he says. No more exporting from overseas. Or I said, like I said so much, was exported overseas. So now it's about exporting and investing in America. Glad to hear it, man. These photos are pretty heartwarming. You know, a lot of people, look at that smirk he's got. He's coming in. Joe Biden stepping out. FDR, Hamilton, Jefferson, Lincoln. Look at all these people in these photos. That's it. It's a heartwarming moment. I hope it's as calm as it is. Because a lot of people are saying it's too quiet. And they're concerned about what's to come. Why would the deep state just give up so easily? Maybe they won't. I don't know. But there's not much more to talk about in this regard, so we'll wrap it up there. Smash that like button, share the show with everyone you know. Become a member at timcast.com. We got more segments coming up for you. Stick around, and we'll see you all then. 3 p.m. Next one.